Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another show, another episode of Black Health Unfiltered. My name is Dr. Akeem Stewart, and welcome to the program where real conversations meet real solutions. Broadcasting live on Love Base Radio, we dive deep into the stories, struggles, brilliance, and resilience that defines Black health across the diaspora. This is a space where nothing is left off limits, from mental health to medical myths, from community healing to the systems that impact our bodies and our futures. Guided by experts' insight, lived experiences, and unfiltered truth, we are here because Black health deserves clarity, power, and a platform. So let's elevate this conversation and reclaim our narrative one episode at a time. As I said, my name is Dr. King Stewart, and welcome to today's episode. It's a special episode on last Sunday of Black History Month. I hope all of you out there had a really great time during this month learning and growing and diving into the culture, understanding that we're not a culture of struggle, but we are a culture of resilience, and we're a culture of a lot of production and creation and movement. And today we have an opportunity to speak to someone who really taps into the to what is Black culture, what is Black health, what is who we are as together. And so today we get the special opportunity to speak to one of our within our episodes that we call Community Connections. We get to speak with Ty Black, who is a serial entrepreneur, filmmaker, and a creative visionary with a background in construction, education, property management, and high-end event cinematography. Born March 24, 1988, Ty has built multiple ventures rooted in ownership, discipline, and legacy building. Currently navigating life with heart failure, Ty openly shares his journey balancing fatherhood, creativity, entrepreneurship, and faith through health challenges. He speaks on resilience, identity, mental strength, and redefining success when life forces you to slow down. Ty is also the creator of the upcoming animated series Hey TT, inspired by his daughter's everyday's adventures and Caribbean heritage. So, welcome today, Ty. It's a pleasure to have you here today, man. It's really good you can make it out. The weather's not the greatest, but
Yeah, it's all right.
and a lot that we're going to tap into today. But we're really looking at the aspect of holding your health in your hands. All right, and your story is remarkable from a little bit that we've discussed. All
Yes,
right, and we
yes,
had a wonderful connection through a mutual friend. Right, to show that she let me know that you really have stood against the test of time, and you continue to
yeah.
stand against those tests with
Takes
a
a lot of strength, almost too much.
yeah, with a lot of
So,
positivity, because every time I speak to you, right, there's nothing but it's all good, right? And it's
yeah,
inspiring, right, from those few
absolutely.
conversations we had.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
before we get into anything today, how are you doing, man? How is everything?
I have to say, I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm speaking to you. I walked up here, no limping.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean that, but
Trust me, I don't hide my I don't hide mine over
yeah.
here.
Just today, I feel good, man. I'll tell you
Good.
that. Like, I'm happy to be here.
That's good, man. So given of everything you've gone through, I want to give our audience the opportunity to get to know you a little bit more.
Yes.
All right. So take us through everything that you've been facing and whatever your capacity is to speak about it, right? And I don't
Yeah.
want you to think that you have to share too much,
Yeah, I'm an open book.
all right?
This is about awareness, I would say. So
Mhm.
there's nothing to hide.
Yeah, so take us through Ty from his young age to the challenges you face now, and then how do you get to face that through fatherhood and still be able to show up for your show up for those, show up for your daughter, show up for yourself.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been really tough.
Hmm.
Like I'm very grateful to be here today, like I said, because just last week I didn't want to be here.
Mm.
To be honest, like it got that rough.
Hmm.
Um, Constant trouble breathing
Hmm.
throughout the whole day.
Mm.
From from I wake up, as soon as I wake up, I'm pretty much upset for the first few minutes of the day. Go to brush my teeth, and I'm just winded.
Hmm.
Can't even hold my hand up for too long. Good now
Hmm.
this week, but at the time, couldn't even hold my hands up for too long, and then I'm just out of breath. And then I was like, I would test my body. I'd walk around
Hmm.
and think like, okay, hopefully my lungs are good today.
Hmm.
hopefully the breathing is good, and then fail the test basically, and then just watch the clock until I have to go back to bed because that was the best time. Like I'm not awake,
Mm-hmm.
not in pain, not suffering, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was looking forward to just last week for the past 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had I had a stroke uh, December 3rd of 2025, 3 months ago almost, and since then it's just been a battle every day, every day, every day. So um, getting into my childhood, yeah, you asked.
We could go all the way through. Just
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, grew up North York, Toronto, Don Mills, and Eglinton to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
With my mother, I was a very active kid,
Mm-hmm.
athletic, track and field, football,
Mm-hmm.
volleyball, even.
Mm.
Um, what everything could like. I was very. I would say, I've always been driven and ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a quick story. Like my area where I went to school, very multicultural,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say the Asian kids were at an advantage. I'd say financially, they would come to school with full lunches,
Mm-hmm.
maybe two sandwiches, two juice box, snacks, apples, like
Balance.
yeah. So when we get to school, when we're at the lunch tables and they open up their lunch box, I'm just like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
because I have appetite. I'm a big guy. I was always active, like I said. So my metabolism was fast and
Mm-hmm.
always I'm always eating, right? So
Mm-hmm.
my eyes are big for food. Um, and I would say I was jealous. Like
Mm-hmm.
you guys come to school with so much food, and I have this little bologna sandwich. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, man, I wish that was me.
Mm-hmm.
Why, why, why not me?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you guys? Why are you guys granted with this advantage in life already? We're in grade 4. Is from where I started noticing things like that,
Mm-hmm.
where certain kids were privileged, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
and just little things. We'd go out for recess, run to the store. They're getting Skittles and whatever they want,
Mm-hmm.
and once I noticed that, I was like, okay, my mom's not packing that for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked her one day. I said, could I get $10 a week? She
Mm-hmm.
said no.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and she wasn't being mean. I understood that she couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, that's what put the battery in my back. And I started hustling. My neighbors were selling chocolate bars downtown,
Mm-hmm.
so I picked up the same flex. I went to them and said, "Yo, what are you guys doing? Like, you guys are going downtown every day. I see you coming back with a pouch full of change.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are making money. We're 8 years old, 9 years old, and my daughter's almost 7 this
Mm-hmm.
year, but what I couldn't fathom her doing what we were doing back in the day. Times were different.
Yeah.
Kids were outside. There was community,
Mm-hmm.
this, that, the third, in those neighborhoods. So, but we like I said, we were active. We were downtown. We were doing what we had to do, and like successful right away.
Mm-hmm.
First March break when we were off school, made $700
Mm-hmm.
at 8 years old. No word of a lie. So like I was able to purchase a Game Boy for myself and get the snacks and hang out with those kids I was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and I could keep up now. Like I have my own money at this age.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, that gave me the confidence to just put my mind to whatever I wanted, whatever I desired,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that shaped me. So that was that was who I became throughout my childhood, and I picked up football. My uncle was a professional, played in the CFL.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Dave Denaw. Um, and that inspired me. So my surroundings, I was very observant of what was going on around me and
Mm-hmm.
what needed to be done. And yeah, I picked up football. I was doing that, and that was just my thing for a bit. Just
Mm-hmm.
living in the hood, play football, play with my friends.
You kept it positive to just make sure you keep doing it.
Yeah,
If you
that
get
was my focus. I wanted to go to the NFL,
mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, I
not
didn't know how the
everybody
dreams
gets to
are.
go, right?
I when I was younger, you saw the NFL when I was younger. I remember Morehouse coming to my school in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and they were looking for because there's a guy that used to play rugby with us. He was on the Ravens that won their last championship.
Okay.
He played O line. He retired again in Ramon,
Yeah.
and he had went to Morehouse, and they were so impressed. They went for the rugby guys and was saying, "Hey, we want more people to come up." Because Morehouse was a Division 2 school at the time. I
Hmm.
don't know if they still are Division 2 if they get. Or I think they're still Division 2 or Division 3. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But he got drafted, all right, and it
Mm.
was like, oh, we see the talent there. So at one point, I had dreams of playing football, being a thing. Did I ever play a lick of football? Never have ever
No.
played. Nope, not once. I'm a strict rugby guy.
Okay. Well.
1000% rugby guy, but never played a lick of football in my life. That
Okay.
well,
Well,
if it,
rugby is close.
yeah, rugby is extremely close.
I've never played rugby either. I thought it was too much. No
Right.
equipment. Like
They
I
see that
didn't.
that's a constant battle. Football guys think they could play rugby, rugby guys think they could play football, but you
Yeah.
never know until you know.
Yeah.
All right. So you got through going through your childhood that really shaped your entrepreneurship view in life,
Yes.
right? You're going through life now. You're a young man. You're coming in, and then a couple years into it, you start to see differences in your health, right? Like, what were those things that really started to pick up that made you start to notice, like, okay, everything is not 100% of where it should be?
The funny thing is, um, when I first got life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
they come do the test, draw blood,
Mm-hmm.
evaluate you, and they said to me, I just wake up and live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have my body, I have my abilities, I have my strength, my muscles at the time.
Mm-hmm.
No muscles left at this point. We'll get into that, but um, I didn't really see myself as anything special in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, "Wow, you are super healthy."
Mm-hmm.
Gave me the best rate, the best plan, whatever the case was, and it's funny because that just stuck in my head. The
Mm-hmm.
way there was so much charisma behind what she was telling me
Mm-hmm.
about my health
Mm-hmm.
at the time. I think I was maybe 21 when I went to get
Mm-hmm.
car insurance, and then they gave you a bundle and added life insurance and made it sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, sorry, what was the
It
question?
was no, you came there, don't they tell you that you're super healthy, but no, obviously with time, things started to change,
Yeah,
right?
yes, 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 yes.
There was what were those initial moments that you started to see, like, okay, maybe I'm not that 100% healthy. The charisma that she put behind it, say I'm there. Like, what started to change for you? How did you notice that? Started to maneuver that.
Okay, so you go to the doctor for a checkup. You go for your physical. They check your vitals, and then they let you
Mm-hmm.
know what they are, and
Mm-hmm.
then they check for the blood pressure, and then they let me know that my blood pressure is too high.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I didn't know that. There's no symptoms with the numbers that I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they suggested I take their blood pressure pills.
Mm-hmm.
And I could remember as early as 8, I would get a headache. My mom would offer Tylenol,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'm not interested in taking these drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sleep it off or go take a shower or I'll try and relax.
Mm-hmm.
At that age, that's how I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any research, like I didn't have Google at the time
Mm-hmm.
or a computer to do research on what's in that medicine. But it's just, I think I would say my connection with God just told me that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's what they told me to do,
Mm-hmm.
take these blood pressure pills. And I didn't take them.
Mm-hmm.
I just continued on with my life. um, yeah, they let me know I have high blood pressure. Cool. All right. I don't feel anything. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even look into it. I may have mentioned it to a few people. I think I was about 25 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 37 now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when they let me know I have high blood pressure, and over time go for another checkup. Yeah, you still have high blood pressure. And then as I'm getting older, it's starting to bother me.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm looking into it, like high blood pressure could cause this, and it could lead to that, and it could make you feel like this. And I was just like, okay, you know what? I just want these numbers to come down.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. It's not on the forefront of my mind because I don't feel anything ever,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm reminded, I'm just like, how do we get this down? So I start taking the pills,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm just like, okay, it's been a month. I don't see any improvement. But the fact that I'm not educated on the body and diet and all these things at the time, and the doctors,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really they don't really give out too much information. I would say they're just
At
here.
that time, it was just
Take these pills.
scribe pulled in.
Just do what I say. They don't tell you why. It's just do what I say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're stubborn like me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily gonna do what you say if you're
Mm-hmm.
not telling me why and why it makes sense to do it, and
Mm-hmm.
you know. So um, at that point, like, I started struggling with the reason why nothing's working.
Mm-hmm.
But fast forward to recent years, like sorry, over all those years,
Mm-hmm.
just high blood pressure pretty much stayed there. Nothing ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't ever worried.
Yeah.
Um, so fast forward to now, or I would say 2 years ago, around the time I was diagnosed. I think was it February
Mm-hmm.
2024. I was diagnosed with um, heart failure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Actually, just before that, something happened. I wasn't feeling well, and I spoke to a
Holistic doctor.
holistic doctor.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have a product called Vitality 21.
Mm-hmm.
Great drink. We'll get into that later. It helps with inflammation and
Mm-hmm.
blood pressure and all that. But I asked him how long until I can get off these pills if I take your drink.
Mm-hmm.
He said 6 days.
Mm.
I had to scratch my head. I'm like, 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
I've been struggling with this for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to solve this in
In
6 days?
6 days.
And he said, listen,
Mm-hmm.
you eat rice, you eat potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
you have candy, you drink juice, you do all those things. I
Mm-hmm.
said, yeah, I eat whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just long belly. Right? So he's like, yeah, you gotta cut it all out. You gotta cut out the starch, you gotta cut out the dairy,
Mm-hmm.
cut out the sugar, the salt, even bread.
Mm-hmm.
Bread turns into sugar once you
Yeah.
consume it.
Everything once is a carbohydrate breaks down into sugar. It's
Yeah.
really digestive system.
Yeah. So my insides are going crazy
Mm-hmm.
and keeping my blood pressure up.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the doctor not giving you much information. Take the pills, cool, but also change your diet.
Yeah.
Make sure your diet is this. So it's such a big disappointment with the health system, to be honest. Um, so once I spoke to that guy and he gave me a list of things to cut out, basically a new diet,
Mm-hmm.
and the 6 days was just stuck in my head, and I said, I think it was a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2 days passed, and we're now Saturday. My blood pressure is 170 over 120.
Mm-hmm.
That was the average number.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 days of changing my diet,
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing 150. I was like, I haven't seen 150 in years.
Mm-hmm.
This guy might be the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just keep at it. 4 days pass. I'm at 140. We're at the 6th day right now. And so said, so done. He got my blood pressure
Mm-hmm.
to a decent number. It's probably, I think, I was with my mom when we checked it on the 6th day. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of made it like an event, not an event, but
Yeah,
we
something
made
to
it.
look
We
forward
made
to,
it a
right?
thing.
Mm-hmm.
We said, okay, today let's check. Let's. It's been improving. Let's check. 136 over 93.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
we did it. The battle's over.
Mm-hmm.
We're cool. Like, they just have to stay like this.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the food is boring. I miss the fast food. I
Mm-hmm.
miss getting whatever when I see it, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's poison. So we just got to keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
136 over 93. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how long I've been
Just
yearning for
living.
these numbers?
Yeah, just living with high blood pressure in your body. See, the thing with the body, right?
Yeah.
You put it under stress for a certain moment, it's gonna find a way. It's gonna create that stress as your new norm to give you some equilibrium so you can still function.
Yes.
The body constantly will fight to be in equilibrium, regardless of whatever you do within life. So you, I could give my example myself, right? I hurt my leg,
Mm-hmm.
right? I did a lot of weights in the gym, a lot of leg workouts, whatever the case is. I prioritized because playing rugby, that would be one of my priorities.
Yeah.
When I took off the cast,
Mm.
right, it was skin and bone,
Mm.
literally nothing. Because the body
How
had,
long did you have it on for?
I think, at least 4 months, 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months.
Yes, but surprisingly, it was 6 weeks only before I'm talking about the air cast I had on the boot, but the cast was 3 weeks post, and then another 4 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In those 2 weeks and 2 weeks prior, so a month, right? My foot came from the sizable amount it was to just skin and bones,
Yeah.
because the only priority my body had in that area was to heal the tendon and nothing else.
Mm.
Muscle wasn't a priority.
Gone.
Nothing. So everything was just gone. There's no building, because at the end of the day, that energy could have been used for so much difference, right?
Yes.
So now when you're constantly living in this concept of 170 over 110, 120, right? You feeling okay. That's why they keep saying that hypertension is a silent killer.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us walk around with high blood pressure. The only way you would ever know is if you go and you check it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of us live with high blood pressure, and we don't know until we get that check. And it could be just oddly enough, you end up in the emergency room and they check your vitals. Or if you're fortunate enough to be able to schedule
Yeah.
a physical, right?
Yeah.
Um, then you find out, okay, whoa, my pressure is a little bit high here. And as you said, right? And I'm it's so unfortunate at that time he just told you, oh, high blood pressure, and give you some pills, but not
Mhm.
to give you opportunity to have that conversation, right? Of where I believe right now the focus of medicine should be giving those who we serve the opportunity to attain the knowledge of what we know. Right? I don't have to sit down and break down to you beta alpha receptors in the bloodstream that comes off of the arc of the carotid
Yeah.
artery when you go ejection
Yeah.
from the aorta, sorry,
Yeah.
when you come up from the ejection from the heart. I don't have to tell you that, but I could tell you, hey, these things signal these certain areas that causes vasoconstriction. That vasoconstriction causes your blood pressure to raise, right? And so you got to give your body time in between there to get rid of it. So what a holistic doctor told you is what your physician should have told you the day you got diagnosed with it.
For sure.
Because to change high blood pressure is not a medication prescription only, it's
Yeah.
a lifestyle prescription,
Oh, yes.
right? So now you see, like you saw, now 136 over 90, 93 or 97, whatever the case may be at that, that was, it seemed to be a number that was,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Kind
And
of
you
gave
got,
up.
and you got the opportunity to say, okay, you know what, this is still good, even though the food is boring
Hmm.
and what the case is. But you did say shortly after that you got onto another stumble, which is heart failure. But we'll touch on in a second. I just want to remind our listeners that you're listening to Black Health Unfiltered on Love Bay Afro Beat Music Talk Radio. Please subscribe, like, and share. Download our apps from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Visit our website and tap the donate button to make a contribution. This helps us continue serving you, our community. Please reach out to us at 437-778-3299 if you'd like to jump in today's conversation and if you have any questions for Ty. So today we are still talking with Ty Black. We're talking about, we just got to the point where he's going through the levels of where this is 10 years into his journey with high blood pressure, but he's not understanding how he can change that lifestyle prescription. But around the corner comes another battle, which is heart failure. Um, when you heard the word of that, the words heart failure, how did that affect you mentally? How did you were you able to digest that to then move on?
Oh man, I was in shock. I, I didn't understand. I didn't
Hmm.
understand why, because it was shortly after I met with the. I wasn't diagnosed right away.
Hmm.
Um, the first time I went to the hospital, we had a movie night in the house.
Hmm.
The family was watching movies. I don't even remember what we were watching, but once it was time for bed, she's sleeping. So I'm carrying my daughter up to bed,
Hmm.
and then at the time, how much you weigh?
Right now, I
Two
just
sixty.
no, thank you, but no, I just broke on the 289 because I gained like 20 pounds from my injury. So I
Okay.
normally sit at 270. So now I'm going back on my weight loss journey. So I'm at 289 last I measured.
Okay. Okay. So
Hmm.
I was 240
Hmm.
at the time. 2 years ago, I was 240 in the gym, heavy,
Hmm.
doing my thing. Max bench was 315.
Nice.
Right. So, um, like I said, it was bedtime.
Hmm.
I'm carrying my daughter upstairs to bed. She's 40 pounds at the time.
Hmm.
And by the time I go from the living room to the stairs, I'm winded.
Hmm.
And I'm like, why am I winded?
Right.
What's going on?
Hmm.
I didn't even take a step up. I didn't even take a step up yet. I
Hmm.
just got to the stairs.
Hmm.
And I'm looking around. I tell her mother, like, you got to take her
Hmm.
because I don't know what's happening. She ends up bringing her upstairs. And then I'm still downstairs at the railing,
Hmm.
wondering why I'm winded.
Hmm.
So we end up going to the hospital, and because I'm, yeah, like I said, winded. We go to the hospital, and we're waiting there hours. Finally get checked. They do an MRI and a CAT scan.
Hmm.
Blood pressure is high, and it's like, oh, why is your heart so big?
Wow.
I said, why are you asking me? What are you even talking about?
Hmm.
I don't know much about health at the time.
Hmm.
Why is your heart so big? And there's cysts in your lungs. I'm like, okay. They give me a prescription, send me home.
No follow up, no nothing.
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Hmm.
Because to tell you the truth, I wasn't paying attention to any of this doctor stuff,
Hmm.
health and hospital and checkups and family doctor at this time.
Because at the end of the day, what's still stuck in your head was, "Whoa, you're super healthy," right? As you said.
Yes.
Hmm.
I feel fine, no symptoms,
Hmm.
all that. That's how I've just been conditioned.
Hmm.
My own fault. Um, So they send me home, and I'm gonna answer the question because he asked me about the heart failure, how I felt when they diagnosed me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a month, about a month prior. So um, that hospital visit caused me is what prompted me to go see Mr. Vitality 21. His
Mm-hmm.
name's Omar,
Mm-hmm.
the holistic doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I saw him the same week I went to the hospital, and I lost 30 pounds changing my diet.
Mm-hmm.
When I got my blood pressure down, I lost 30 pounds in the process
Mm-hmm.
just by changing my diet. No working out, nothing.
Mm.
Just from changing my diet, I lost 30 pounds in 3 weeks. Right? So now I'm like, damn, I don't really like the way I look. I'm 215 now.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, all right, I'll take it. Or 210, something
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
We noticed we noticed the drop.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a call to go to Guadeloupe
Mm-hmm.
for a film gig. There was a festival out there with Mr. Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I get a call. He's like, "Oh, Ty, can you fly?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Yeah, passport's valid. Let's go."
Mm-hmm.
And I come back, and I end up in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
There was two. Who's
Mm-hmm.
that? We're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Mm-hmm. So you're in the hospital. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I end up back in going back to the hospital because I'm just not feeling right again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you could tell her to stop that or take it and
Yeah.
turn off the call.
Don't worry about that. All right.
All right.
So you're good to go. So yeah, so now getting the opportunity to go to the to Guadeloupe, you go back, you come back, you gotta go back to the hospital.
Yeah, trip was good. Weather was blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Food, festival, everything was amazing. I was like, because I haven't traveled in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so end up back in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
same symptoms, breathing, and it ended up being because I'm not supposed to fly.
Mm-hmm.
The altitude, the air pressure is too much.
Mm-hmm.
I should have been wearing compression
Pressure
socks.
socks. Yep.
Right?
Because you could throw technically a pulmonary embolism at that point.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up with a blood clot
Mm-hmm.
in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, and I'm not too worried. Like I'm like
Mm-hmm.
very, very passive with a lot of things in life in general.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me, oh, I have a blood clot. Okay, glad we have an answer to what's going on. Let's
Mm-hmm.
solve it. Give
Mm-hmm.
me some blood thinners, and it should be done
Push it on the way. Yep.
within a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So they admit me in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there overnight. The next morning, they give me their garbage breakfast along with the meds. Here's your blood pressure pill. Here's your Tylenol. Here's some painkiller for your toothache. Here's your heart failure pill. That's how I found out. The nurse,
Oh my word.
the nurse doing her rounds in the morning. Like, what are you talking about? Heart failure?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like death. I didn't even know what that really meant.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing heart failure,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I'm sitting up in the bed. I was like, as she's handing me my pills, I'm just like, what are you telling me?
Mm-hmm.
What are you telling me for real? What do you mean heart failure? I was just in the hospital a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
They said I had an enlarged heart. I didn't, and I
And they
didn't
put
know
two
what.
plus two, right?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what that meant either.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the question was,
How did you feel now? You finding out now by chance that she said, "Here's a heart failure medication." You didn't have a formal conversation with your doctor. No one coming to be able to tell you anything. How did that affect you in that moment? Like that's something big to hear, right? So how do you were able to digest that and be like, okay, well, this is another stage, this is another obstacle in my life, right? I just was fighting to get on my heart, my heart rate down
Yeah.
to normal. I'm thinking, no, I'm trending the right way, and then this happens.
I still haven't digested it. I still don't understand why me
Mm-hmm.
at 35 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here believing all my life, like I'm fit, I'm good, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good looking, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the man.
Mm-hmm.
How did this reach me? I never even broke a bone. You telling me I have heart failure?
Yeah.
What? So I was just upset.
Yeah.
I was upset and in shock, and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. That cause nothing could be easy, man. And it's so hard when the system fails you to that aspect, right? You don't get the opportunity to truly go through, because if someone had taken 5 minutes out of their time to sit down and say, hey, you know what? This is hypertension. This is where it could lead you. Or hey, you know what? This is an enlarged heart. There's your athlete. Maybe it's hypertrophy, right? Right ventricular hypertrophy, or left ventricular hypertrophy, whatever the case may be,
yeah,
right? And then maybe we could do a study for that. Nothing. No one says something like, hey, it's just like, oh well, send them through. Oh well, send them through, and then you know nothing more, right? You're not a medical professional,
hmm
right?
hmm
So who are you to then say, you know what, let me go and do this? And it's so unfortunate, but within all of that, you were still able to see resilience, right? You still show up for your daughter. You still show up for who you are. You're making the animated show for her, and what if the case is to make sure you leave that legacy because you're inspired, right? And you want to leave
exactly.
an inspiration,
Yeah.
right? You still made it out here today to have that conversation to let persons understand your story, which is a lot. Because at 35, no one expects to hear this is where I'm at in my stage of
Not at
life.
all. Not at all.
So I'm gonna ask you before we, because I really want to tap into that aspect of where you are in life, how fatherhood has changed you and your approach to health now, especially knowing that this is a little bit information, a little bit more um, opportunity how it has changed your approach into every day. But one thing that we have in our culture, which is a big problem in our culture, I see across the board with men specifically, is us going to get our checkups, is us going to do more about our health. And that stems back from, you could put in slavery times, whatever case, we're ingrained that we have to keep going because we always starting from behind. Right? We don't got an opportunity to breathe, because if we got opportunity to breathe, it's a sign of weakness. And if we show a sign of weakness, we're less than who we are. Right? And there's so much more intricacies of how society has really placed us to believe that, right? We good. Nah, man, I could, let me just put ice on down. Let me just put plaster on down. No, we good. I good, man. Let me just take a shot here, rub a little something. Nah, I good. I don't need to go. I don't waste my time go to the doctor. And majority of times when we go to the doctor, right, it's a case of your wife taking you to the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Or the case of that matriarchal aspect of someone that motherly love taking you to the hospital. Like I'm a physician myself, and sometimes it pains
Okay.
me,
Yeah.
it pains me to go to the doctor, right?
Yeah.
And say physicians are the worst patients. And I try my best
Mm.
to say, all right, you know what? Let me just schedule my physical and redo my blood checkups, and let me make sure that I at least keep it on the right path to being healthy for myself, and doing my little bit of research here and using my knowledge. But not everyone has that opportunity. And even with all of that, sometimes I don't turn up until the last. Like when I hurt my leg, I was
hmm
like, man, it's just a
How'd you hurt
fracture
your leg again?
playing rugby. So I got
Okay.
a horrible tackle.
Aye.
Guy rolled down. Like that, the
Man.
tackle that I got is banned in the NFL and is also banned in rugby league, but not rugby union.
Mm.
I fractured my a non-displaced fracture to my fibula,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. I was about to go and score. The guy thing, I'm there on the ground. I'm like, okay, let me get up. I got up, started walking. Like, this don't feel right. Called the PT on to take me up. I tried to get back, put on my boot, hear a clicking sound.
Ah.
I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't run to do this.
Yeah.
Walked around the pitch,
Yeah.
changed all of my things, got a proper tape job, took my bag,
Yeah.
got on a low buggy, drove myself to the hospital.
hmm
Then I found out, oh, I got a fracture. And a couple days later, I had a screening, hopped on to the screening to go and to talk. It was a really great show that was being. And then I got on a train to Ottawa to an event for work
Yeah.
to support because I said I was going to be there. I came back home, went to the doctor. He's like, "Oh, so like you tore your ligaments in in your foot as well. You don't need surgery." I'm like, "Nah, I don't need surgery, bro. I don't want a surgery. It's going to heal on its own." I'm sitting down there like I'm a physician and I'm fighting the fact that I'm telling myself I do not need surgery. All right. So
Yeah.
screw the idea of me being a physician. They come to you as a black man, a man that accustomed being independent, doing everything on his own. Then
Yeah.
you realize like, yo, to be honest, like in this world, and depending on your faith and how God has put you thing in this world, right? To be like we are not independent of ourselves. Right. And sometimes you need to just slow all the way right down and realize that you're a pawn. You're very, very
You're not
small.
exempt.
You're not exempt from these things happening. But seeing it was like I was not going to do it. I was going to be good. I good, ain't got a problem. I should back up in 3 weeks. I could finish out the season. That was my concept going forward.
Yeah.
Right. And you get to see I was no different than any other of the men in our community of thinking that they could just do it on their own and go
Yeah.
forward
Yeah.
and they don't gotta care. Like, don't worry about me, I can get it done. It's all cool, like don't worry. No, you've been through the point of like, you know what, maybe if I had the the awareness to schedule a couple more appointments, do a little bit more
Or to
research
even go.
or to even go or
They've called me.
right?
And
And
I
you're
didn't
like,
show up.
what do you tell those men, right?
Oh,
From your perspective, right? What do you tell them now? How do they take their health into their hands? And why is it important for them to take their health into their hands and make sure that they follow through and not think that it's their strength alone that's going to push them. But sometimes we need to go to the doctor. We need to pay that business. We need to schedule that appointment.
it's not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a joke. You could end up like me, just for being ignorant. Just simple ignorance will have you end up with heart failure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do your research. People need to know how. Like, I'll say for example, my sister vapes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm seeing videos of people being diagnosed with lung cancer and this and that. And I used to vape.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I have cysts in my lungs. I don't know. Like, I didn't do it for that long, but it's very dangerous.
Yep. One vape cartridge is equal to a pack of cigarettes.
Jesus. The thing is, these products they put on the shelves
Mm-hmm.
is not for us.
Mm-hmm.
There's bit like anything, a lot. I would say everything isn't for us,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we need to do our research, read the ingredients on the cereal boxes alone, like all the products in the grocery store. We need to know what we're putting in our body.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, we need to also know what's happening in our body.
Mm-hmm.
You speak to the doctor, you go for your checkups, they tell you this, they tell you that. It might not be the best advice, but do your research and take it seriously. It's not a joke. You don't want to be dealt the wrong cards.
Mm-hmm.
This is not what I pictured for my life.
Yeah.
I'm at a huge disadvantage for what my goals were before this
Mm-hmm.
right now. So, sorry, question again.
No, you're going the right way. The same
Okay.
way. Just go to the doctor, take it serious.
Yeah.
Like you just said, it makes it. It's a point where you feel you're at a disadvantage where you are because you didn't get the opportunity or as you said it's ignorance, but really and truly when you were in those opportunities, ignorance from the doctors as well. They should have given you the opportunity. So
They should have sat me down and said, "Hey, listen, your blood pressure is like this.
mm-hmm.
This is what's gonna happen to you if
Mm-hmm.
you don't XYZ."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just like we're just numbers out here, just like the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
You work for a certain you work for certain companies, and you're injured or something happens to you. Okay, we gotta call the next guy. Jeff, can you come in?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's out. James is James' mother just died, or James had a heart attack, but we need to cover this shift. Like, there's no
Mm-hmm.
empathy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of I feel like the professionals we depend on
Mm-hmm.
are just clocking in and clocking out,
Yeah.
and there's not enough care, there's not enough love,
Yeah.
and I give it to them. We have 8 billion people in the world, so
Mm-hmm.
you can't service everybody. You can't give everybody
Mm-hmm.
your all, or you can't even give them your minimum.
Very true.
But the time you do give them, make sure make it count for something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just give me a paper that I can't read because they're scribbling up the prescription.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even know what it means. They didn't even give me a 5 minute convo on
Mm-hmm.
how can this affect my life.
Mm-hmm.
So
You got to make that appointment. You got to
yeah,
make sure. And one thing that you're saying that I would say echo, ask questions, ask
yes,
why,
yes. Advocate for yourself.
advocate for yourself. If you say something you don't understand,
Yeah.
I do not understand, explain this to me in the
Mhm.
most basic way that I could think, or point me
Yes.
to a connection or to a resource where I could go and I could have these questions. And this is why we're so happy. Like, no, you can see that there are a lot of different entities and organizations that are making spaces that you could go and have these conversations. The Heart and Stroke Foundation, right? Focusing on having the Afro Caribbean Black focus, right? And different community health centers that may have heart, like hypertension advocacy groups, and you come together in community, right? That is so much more important. You have to also really ask and advocate and ask those questions. Why? Because if you know why in that time, then a lot more is given to you. So one thing I want to ask before we think, I want to give our listeners. We only have time. That time goes so fast, Ty.
Oh man.
That time goes so fast. But I want to give our listeners before we finish that you're listening to Black Health Unfiltered on Love Bay Afrobeat Music Talk Radio. Please subscribe, like, and share. Download our apps from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Visit our website. Tap the donate button to make a contribution. This helps us to continue serving you, our community. And also, if you like to be or interact or ask any questions about the show, you can reach out to us at 437-778-3299. So Ty, as we come in the last 10 minutes, right? We didn't even get into the entrepreneurship.
Man.
Like, you have so much, there's so much to you that I would love to unpack, and
Layers.
we could always have another conversation. You're more than welcome to come back onto the show and continue this discussion. But I want to talk about something, right? And I saw when you come in, your daughter, she's your pride. She's
Yeah.
your joy, right?
Yeah.
Fatherhood and with this health, right? How has that changed you to your approach? And then we touched a little bit about the animation show that you're developing from her inspiration.
Yeah.
hmm So first off, let's go with know your father, right? You have this bundle of joy that you're raising to navigate in this world. Scary world it is,
Yeah.
right? How does she help you push through to see another day with your health and everything? As frustrating as could be, because as you said, it's frustrating. Like, sometimes you can't wrap your head around it. You still having issues wrapping your head around it, right?
Yeah.
But that you brought her today because you wanted her to be part of this.
Mhm.
So, how has she inspired you and
She's
fatherhood itself?
she's the reason I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you that, because the gonna get very vulnerable with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Up until last week, just last week, 7 days ago, I was contemplating,
Mm-hmm.
like I was explaining at the beginning of this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
constant pain and suffering through the whole day,
Mm-hmm.
every day,
Mm-hmm.
for about 3 months, since December 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm laying there in the hospital, I just came out of the hospital last week,
Mm-hmm.
after the stroke. So I've been there close to 3 months, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Talia would call me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still surprised she can send me text messages and hit me up with, Daddy, where are you? How are you? I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I miss you. When are you coming home? Why
Mhm.
are you at the hospital so long?
Mhm.
These are questions she's asking me, and I'm just like, man, Daddy has a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
The doctors are doing their best
Mm-hmm.
to bring me back to where I need to be. I'm weak right now. I'm very transparent,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of her age.
You have to be, right?
Yeah,
The knowledge is
yeah,
needed. She needs to know.
yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
keep it PG and
Mm-hmm.
let her know, answer her straight.
Mm-hmm.
But and even as we're having this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
based on my diagnosis and all my underlying issues, I used to have a I used to be very sharp with my memory.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably like the third or fourth time that I've asked you what the question is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's causing me to lose my train of thought. I don't even know what my point is half the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I'm just going. So
We hit the point, so I'm here with you. So don't worry, we got the guidance over
okay.
here, so I'm here with you.
So I'm gonna ask you again.
Again,
What's the question?
no, no, you're good. So
Yeah.
you're just saying like just last week, right?
Yeah.
You were tired. You're like, I don't know if I could do this anymore.
Yeah.
But then you
Yeah.
remembered that inspiration that you have within your daughter.
So Talia, like my mom showed me from early on,
Mhm.
people that say commit suicide, it's a selfish act and you're gonna go to hell, and
Mhm.
that's as deep as it got at the time.
Mhm.
But now we're more educated
Mhm.
30 years later, and you gotta empathize with people. Some people are just going through it.
Yeah. And we don't say commit suicide, I said die by suicide, just so you don't bring shame to them, because sometimes it's so hard for them, right?
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I'm there thinking about it, thinking I should just down all these pills right now and just
Mhm.
call it a day. But then I'm imagining her questioning
Mhm.
why my dad. She's already questioning
Mhm.
why her father's not at home.
Mhm.
You know. So like I can't I can't I can't do that to her.
No, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take a moment. It's okay.
Can't.
Take a moment. And then I understand it's so hard to do that, but the fact that you're showing up for her through all of the adversity that you're going through
Yeah.
not only shows your strength, but shows how great of a man you, because a lot of people in your shoes wouldn't be able to fit in them. And as I say, I'm extremely impressed with everything that you're doing from your perspective to show up for her. So that's why I really wanted to ask a question. Like, no, you're inspired by her to allow you to create that animation show due to your Caribbean background,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And her and the animated series. If you want a second to take a sip of
No,
water,
you could keep going.
um,
It's good.
just let me know a little bit more about that animated series before we close today's show.
I just wanted to try something.
Mm-hmm.
Like where technology is right now, there's like sky's the limit for real,
Yeah, it is.
you know. So I wanted I'm into filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing weddings and music videos and short films, and
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to. I'm really into cartoons. As a kid, Saturday morning cartoons,
Mm-hmm.
those were great. And I'm very creative and
Mm-hmm.
have ideas running through my head all the time. So
Get with the story, TT.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this AI technology just makes everything so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a Simpsons episode used to take 6 to 9 months
Mm-hmm.
for them to make. It's only 20 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just discouraged. I'm like, I like animation, I like to create, but forget it.
Mm-hmm.
20 years later, there's apps and all these things that you could use to create an a Simpsons episode in 2-3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, okay, now it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try a thing. Took some pictures. I spoke to her mother about it. I spoke to her, got some ideas. I'm like, let's just and I would hear her conversations with her friends
Mm-hmm.
on the phone, and I was like, listen to what these guys are talking about. These guys are hilarious. Let me make an episode about her hardships as a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what inspired it. I would say I just wanted, because like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the future holds with me. Hopefully I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'm here to stay, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
and be great. But I'm just like, let me leave something for her to always remember and think of. And yeah, my dad made that for me. That's us.
Yeah.
That's We have that.
And you get to leave your teachings for her and leave a space for her as well. And I really do appreciate that, man. Like,
Yeah.
as I said, I in awe of your strength and in awe of your resilience. What you are doing, not even showing that you can move the needle, but you're breaking down the barriers of what people may say about black fathers not being there for their children, right? You're making a difference just
Yeah.
by being there day by day, right? You're showing her no matter whatever the obstacle is, right? With love, family, and God together, it is all worth it. All right. I do appreciate you for coming in today, Ty, and I really hope that we get another opportunity to continue to have it. I appreciate your vulnerability today.
Yeah.
It's really not that easy to open up like that. I really do appreciate that as well. And we keep praying for you, man. We keep showing up for you. And I really do appreciate everything that you have done. And I would like all our listeners out there today to just keep showing up for Ty, or just say a prayer for him as he goes through and navigates, and take the message that he's leaving with us today is like, educate yourself, be there, and do a little bit more than just think it's all right. It's okay to take it into consideration, the importance. So as we come to end today of our show, I want to say that thank you for joining us on Love Bear Radio, where truth, knowledge, and community comes together. Thank you for joining us in this unfiltered conversation today that challenged, that uplifted, and empowered. Remember, your health is your power, your story is your strength, and your voice matters in every space you enter. Stay connected, stay informed, stay committed to your wellness journey. Until next time, keep reclaiming your narrative and protecting your peace. I'll see you guys soon. Remember tying your prayers. Remember that there are people out there that are doing it against every single grain. And I hope that his story today for you is an inspiration. And I thank you. And I thank you for his vulnerability today. Take care and have a wonderful and blessed week.
Thank you, brother.
That was beautiful.
Good time ran quick.
It does, man. It goes
That was what, an hour?
an hour. Just about, just
Wow.
about. Yeah, man. No, that's deep. Yeah, that was deep. That was very, very
No,
deep. I
it's
think we
still-
still have a little
it's
bit
still
more
going.
time. I know we finished off, but that was deep, man.
Mm,
I really did appreciate everything that you did in that. Like, it was really, really a good
yeah.
what you did, man. Like, that's moving.
I appreciate you having me. It's funny because for years, I would say we're hardened. We're just a hardened community.
Mm-hmm.
Before all this,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't cry.
Yeah.
I grew up rough, tough, football for 10 years in the hood,
Mm-hmm.
getting beat up, run down. Like, there was a lot of things that just wouldn't break me.
Yeah.
And then I could read today, fast forward to today,
Mm-hmm.
I could read a message and tear up. I could watch it. I could see a clip on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
whatever is happening is sentimental stuff.
And it hits you. I know what something told me. Who was it? It was Daniel Cormier. Hmm. It was Daniel Cormier. I think we could still got a little bit more time. I made up any of these episode a little bit earlier today, but Daniel Cormier, UFC ex heavyweight champion, said UFC. This is a heavyweight champion. This is a guy that fought the toughest of the toughest. He said that as life going, he grew up as a man. He saw his daughters grew up and his children, right? That he cries so much more now
Yeah.
as age goes. He, like tears goes, he says that he constantly allows that to be part of him. And I sat down and said, you know what? Now, just like you,
Yeah.
I never cried when I hurt my leg. I never cried when I broke my finger.
Mhm.
Never cried in concussions. I never cried when I had a dislocated rib. I never cried when I had a
Going through
bruise.
so much, and
So much physical
you just
pain.
take it. Okay, we'll
Just
figure it out.
we'll figure it out. But oh my word, man! When you get to that point, you understand the sentiments that being tough is not crying, man. Sometimes the toughest thing to do is to cry,
Mm,
to let down that guard, right? And still know that, you know what, regardless if I show my sentiments, is that I am who I am.
yeah,
And you can't take that away from me, regardless of what you think.
yeah,
Man. And that's true strength in my view, man.
yeah,
True strength is not benching the 315 or squatting the 400 pounds. You're
well,
strong, but to sit down in that real battle,
it's crazy.
oh,
I'm so sensitive now. Like I just don't understand. Like I cry every day.
ah man, that sensitivity is no problem, man. You could have that regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away nothing from you or who you
Mhm,
are
mhm,
at all.
yeah,
Yeah, but no, man. This was a great episode, man. I tell you, this was
yeah,
all right. This is something I knew this would have been a good episode. I had the feeling on my
how'd
way
you
over
know?
here. Conversations we had, man. You could
Okay.
tell one thing I've gone when I've been to church. No, you could tell with the spirit,
Mhm.
right? With the spirit people when you come around them, right? And having a conversation with you be like, no, man, this isn't easy, man. I'll make it for Sunday. It's no problem.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, you sure, bro? Like, I know this is a little bit short notice. Nah, man, I move some things around. I get there.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Not much. Send you a couple episodes so you can see what it is. You say, hey, what you're working camera you're working with, right?
yeah.
I work in film. I'm like, shoot, he's ready to level up the show for us. Like,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy with
yeah,
that
yeah,
already,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So many different things that you had already pushed into that aspect, and it was just so great. And I was like, with everything you said and that, you still showed up with the energy that you had, right? Like, I'm
Mhm.
saying, who am I to get up tomorrow morning? Like, oh man, my ankle hurting me. I don't want to go to the gym. I'm tired. I want to sleep. I want this and that, bro. And then you look at me and say, hey, man, I'm great today.
Mhm.
It puts me into perspectives like, I am honestly taking so much of it for granted. I should not be complaining
Yes.
because those who have more than a right to complain than me are being so appreciative
Yeah.
and not taking it for granted,
Yeah.
right? And you could tell that you have a good spirit of appreciation and gratitude and understanding,
Yeah.
right? And those things, those things aren't they're not common nowadays.
Mm. Because everybody's too busy, man.
Yeah,
Nobody, nobody's even able to sit down and take a moment and appreciate life.
yeah,
Like I said, pain every day, fighting for every breath all day.
hmm,
I said to God, I said, please, I don't even care about half the things I used to care about or yearn for. Please just let me breathe throughout the day normally
hmm,
for now, and then we'll figure out the other underlying issues with my diagnosis. But
hmm,
I can't take this pain.
hmm,
I need to be here for my child and my family.
hmm.
Please. So said, so done. He got,
God, hey,
I
God
couldn't
moves it.
even brush my teeth without being winded
Hmm,
from raising my hand up. I used to have to, just last week, I would have to brace myself up
hmm.
on the counter to, my head was too heavy because I haven't been like my muscles are gone. I'm just weak.
Mhm.
But this week I feel good. I could walk up and down, like taking the stairs is fine for me. It's not an
Mhm.
issue anymore.
Mm.
So I'm so grateful that he granted me
Mhm.
this feeling. It's all I need. I said, just let me breathe normal and I'm good. We'll
Yeah.
take it from there. Meet me halfway.
Okay. No, man. God is great, man. God is. You can't not deny. I've lived in many different countries. I've been in many different scenarios. And if I ever one day unpick my teeth
Yeah,
to say that he has not done so much for me, that's the day that you know that I am well out of my mind
yeah, yeah.
and I'm not here anymore because he's done so much for me, regardless if I notice it any moment or not.
Mm-hmm.
I could always look back and say, boy, if it wasn't for God, I would not be where I am today at all. So
Yeah,
I don't put say no. And I've gone. I changed from saying I did that to like, yo, God gave me He granted me the strength and the opportunity to be in this position to achieve such.
yes,
Right, and try to
yes.
keep putting him first. Like, yeah, I'm perfect. I would tell you, anybody could tell you today, regardless of who knows me or not. I would tell you straight up right now, I am the furthest away from perfect. I battle with the same things. I try to understand what it is in life. My understanding is not to the fullest. I try my hardest, and I more than often end up short,
Yeah,
right? Of trying to do it on my own understanding,
yeah,
which I'm trying to learn because I need to understand it's not on my own understanding either. But just the grace to know that I could keep working towards that, understand and get to know that it all it is making a relationship with him
mm-hmm.
and then being patient with that. I can't really go wrong. Like my injury,
Mm-hmm.
I was having the best game of my year.
Yeah,
It was my best game of the season.
yeah,
I was the guy in front of me. I was bullying him out of this world, boy. He didn't want to see me in
yeah,
the scrum. The other
yeah,
guy, he tried to pick a fight with me and said, "Bro, what you really trying to do? Like you just being petty, now, right?" And I was
yeah,
bullying like, these two guys. They're trying to fight me all the time.
yeah.
One, the guy that ended up hurt my leg was one of them, right?
He
The
did
other
it
guy,
on purpose.
I not even get into that because
Yeah.
what I want to say in that aspect is that if God didn't put me to the opportunity where I needed to slow down,
Uh, mm,
I don't think I would have made the connection with Him that I am trying to do right now.
okay.
So,
Yeah.
and I know I'm stubborn to
Yeah.
that point, right? I'll be like, "Ah, I got time. I got time. I got time."
Yeah.
If he didn't put me, I had to slow all the way down. The choices that I may have made in those times
Mhm.
would have led me down to a path that I don't think that would have been able for me to come back so easily from.
Yeah.
So if this was his will, let it be. All right. And if he's gonna give me the strength, let it be. If I through that I'm able to see to inspire, let it be. Or if not, I'm just supposed to move to give room for somebody else, let it be. But I'm getting comfortable and understanding that his will is his way and I should let it be. Right?
Let him
And what
lead.
yeah, what is for me will be for me in his word and his will. And that's so much that you start to accumulate and take care of there. Man. It sometimes you really don't really know, but when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think we've even gone into this. We thought the episode was finished, but this is coming to be a great conversation.
Yeah.
All right. I know we got
That
T.O.
that
there on the screen.
that's what a great interview is, our conversation.
There we go. Because I know I sent you at least 35 questions and I asked you three.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Three questions from our little script here that we had to the thing because we still got to look at your entrepreneurship. All right, we touched a little bit between there. We could look a bit at the faith, your faith and your resilience. Where
Yes.
we start talking about that, how you say you spoke with God, and He showed you like so much more we could really tap into
Mm-hmm.
this. But we're gonna stay in contact. We're gonna stay together. We're gonna have more of this conversation to go
Yes.
forward and what the case is. I am extending. If you have any questions within your journey right now for your health, right?
Okay.
You have my line.
Mm,
Shoot me a message.
I
Shoot me a
appreciate that.
call. Ask me any questions. I can take you through what they may not be telling you, what you want to know. If I told you something, you want to get a little bit more of an explanation, you have I'm open to that conversation any day, man. Like it's
Okay,
all
I
good.
appreciate that.
No, it's a problem, man.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like so much more we could tap into, so much more it could be.
Hmm.
Um, it was just a wonderful episode, man. It was a moving. It was a moving episode for myself.
Mm.
It was moving, man. I hope it moved our listeners today as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So in closing,
In closing, as we said today, like welcome, like thank you for joining today's episode of Black Health Unfiltered. Keep tying your in not only just Ty, but him, his young daughter, his family, right? As they navigate through this, I'll be keeping him in my prayers. Thank you guys for joining us for a great Black History Month and a great episode to close off Black History Month to show that resilience looks like it appears in so many different ways. And what it looks like may not be yours, maybe somebody else's. But the fact is to stay resilient, stay connected, stay present, and be there because just understanding that is always bigger than us at the end of the day. And we just need to be present for us to play our part and it will all come through the way how it's meant how it is meant to be. We've seen our great leaders before us come and gone, and they set a pathway for us to keep trailblazing around that lane, right? And we just see so much shot like remnants of what these people are in all of us, and that is what is inspirational about our Black culture. That if regard to all of the different things that have kept us down for so long, we can still stand and speak from a place of glory, a place of honor. And I think that's the most important part that we can speak from that to show that we don't have to say we don't have, we can say we did with what we had and we made it work. And I think that's the most important part about us as a culture. So thank you all for joining us today. And I wish you a wonderful Sunday. And I hope to see you next week as we continue to go into Women's Month and we going to touch on International Women's Day. We have a great guest coming up for you to talk about things that are unspoken. And we're talking about kids. We're talking middle kid syndrome. We're talking about children dealing with loss and so many different things that they go into. So she'll be a great guest. She's a public speaker, and her you'll see her information. Remember to follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, where you can find Love Bay. You'll find clips of the show, and just keep on keeping on, guys. Thank you.